Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Property Management 101, and for today's video, we're going to be discussing top tips for resumes geared towards the property management industry, part 2. If you're interested in applying for a job in the property management industry, or you're looking to get promoted in the property management industry, then this video is ideal for you. This is the second part on this subject, as there could be many tips that are shared regarding this topic. If you've not already watched part 1 of this video, I'll produce a link in the video description, as well as a link at the end of this video and a link in the top right hand corner of the page now. Here are 3 additional tips that you want to consider when it comes to updating your resume for the property management industry. Number 4, you want to make sure that you're focusing on your property management experience. If you have roles on your resume that maybe it was a position that you held that wasn't in the property management industry, you want to take that into consideration. Some of the things that you're going to want to do is you want to spend a little bit more time and a little bit more detailed on those positions that you have held in the property management industry. For the positions that are outside the property management industry, you do want to include the information that you learned and gained and experienced in those roles. You want to make sure that the bullet points and the details that you're including on those roles are really geared towards the property management industry and the role that you're applying for. So if you held a role outside the property management industry, what are some things that you learned and experienced in that role that translates well to the industry? It could be things like accounting, customer service, sales. These are all things I would mention and include when it comes to those positions that you've held on your resume. For those positions that you have held in the property management industry, I would really spend a little bit more time with these roles, add a few more bullet points, add an extra layer of detail to those bullet points, and make sure those positions are really highlighted with the most amount of detail. I'm never suggesting to lie or exaggerate regarding your experience in the property management industry or any role that you held, but I always do believe there's probably a great way to present the information that you experience in those roles that may help you be more attractive to a role that they're looking to fill in the property management industry. Welcome back to Property Management 101. For those of you that are new here, please allow me to introduce you to our community. This channel is dedicated to discussing best practices, offering valuable tips, and sharing tricks that are tailored specifically to the property management industry. You may have noticed there is an abundance of podcasts, channels, and websites out there providing information that's related to the property management industry. However, much of this content is focused on catering to investors and to property owners really maximizing their investments. Here's where we stand out. Our channel is created with you, the individuals in the trenches, in mind. We are here to support those that are actively involved in managing properties, ensuring that not only your efforts are worthwhile, but also highly effective. So whether you're a seasoned professional or you're new to the property management industry, you've come to the right place. Join us as we dive into proven practices for the property management industry, and we'll be discussing many different types of demographic and asset types in the property management industry. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to engaging with you on this exciting journey in the property management space. You want to make sure once you've updated your resume that you update all of your online business accounts. Once your resume is fully complete and fully updated, this is a great time to take some of that verbiage, copy some of those bullet points, and then paste those items that you mentioned on your resume and include that on some of your online business accounts. Areas like LinkedIn or Indeed are great ways to start when it comes to your online business accounts. If you don't have accounts on these websites or other websites, I'd strongly advise you to create some, and this is really going to help your exposure and allow you to be seen in front of recruiters both that work for property management companies and third-party recruiters that work with multiple property management companies. Some of these websites even have areas where you can upload your resume as well, and this is why I would recommend completing your updated resume before updating these accounts. So this will allow you, once your account online is updated or created, you can have your resume all ready to go to attach it to it as well. You don't want to go through all the effort of updating your resume and not share it with those online. By keeping in a good online presence when it comes to your resume and any business accounts, this will allow you to be very attractive and allow recruiters to find you. I've actually been offered jobs simply by my position and my presence online on these business accounts. If you're enjoying this video and you're learning something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future videos. And the 6th best practice that you want to keep in mind when it comes to top tips for your resume in the property management industry is that you want to reconnect with recruiters. So if there's been any recruiters you've been working with, this is a great time to update them with your updated resume. Hey, I just want to let you know and touch base. Here's a copy of my updated resume. Feel free to review it and ask me any questions that you may have. And here's some of the positions I'm interested in working in. It's a great time to touch base with some of those recruiters. I would also recommend start connecting with some recruiters. So there's a lot of recruiters in the property management industry that work with multiple companies that have been great resources. I personally have had some great relationships with recruiters in the industry. I've actually referred some people to them. They've actually been able to get me job offers, and these people are great to work with. So it's great to network and establish strong relationships with. I would also recommend periodically checking in with them when it comes to things that you have updated, like your resume or your business accounts online. Another tip that I would strongly suggest, once you've updated your resume and you've also updated your online business accounts, this is a great time to send an email to HR departments that work for property management companies that you may be eyeing up lately, as far as these are some companies that you would love to work for. So I'd simply send them an email just stating who you are, some of the roles you'd be interested in, and then I would attach your updated resume. Also include some links to some of your online profiles. This is a great way to network and reach out. And this is also nice because then you can establish a relationship with them. As positions come up, they're going to consider you maybe even before posting that job online. So this is a great way to get ahead of that as well. And for a video recap today, keep in mind these 3 additional tips when it comes to top tips for the resumes in the property management industry. Number 4, you really want to focus on that experience that's directly in the property management industry. So if you have some roles on your resume that are outside the industry, I'm not suggesting to remove them, but what I am suggesting is you're going to want to add a little bit more detail to those roles that you held in the property management industry. Or it's a situation that you're applying to a property management job for the first time without any experience, then you really want to look at those positions you've held as far as what can I list in those jobs that actually apply well to the property management industry and the job that I'm applying for. Think of things like customer service, sales, accounting, etc. You want to make sure after you update your resume, you update your online business accounts. Things like LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter are great places to start when it comes to this. And number 6, you really want to make sure you reconnect with recruiters, or if you haven't made any connections, this is a great time to start networking and connect and reach out to those that you find online. If you haven't connected to recruiters, I'd highly recommend doing this, but I would only recommend doing this once you've updated your resume as well as any online business accounts. You don't want to start reaching out to them before you have that updated resume, because this is going to be one of the first things that they're going to ask for. Do you have an updated resume that I could have? So you really want to make sure you're prepared for those connections. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future videos. Before putting any of these practices into place, please watch our updated disclosure video as well as our updated why we do this video, which is the channel's why. And I'll be providing a link to both of those in the video description. And to stay on top of industry news, polls, and video releases, please feel free to connect with our LinkedIn and our Instagram page. If you have any questions about this video or any of our videos, feel free to leave a comment. I'll be happy to address it for you. Happy leasing!